The plan is to send an armored South Vietnamese force speeding down Highway 9 to the village of Chapone, which is believed to be a major enemy supply depot. At the same time, U.S. helicopter units, including Major Bob Kluel and his men, will insert ARVN ground troops north and south of the highway to act as a blocking force and destroy any additional supply caches in the immediate area. In total, 12,000 South Vietnamese are heading into Laos. And for the first time since American forces took over primary military leadership, they will do all of the ground fighting. A congressional amendment enacted a month earlier prohibits U.S. ground forces from setting foot outside South Vietnam. Lam Son 719 will be the first real test of whether or not the South Vietnamese military is prepared to lead the war by themselves.
Right as we're about to take off, a couple of my pilots ask, who the hell are we supposed to talk to on the ground in Laos, since none of the ARVN we're dropping off there speak English? I tell them not to worry, because we've got translators standing by. But in the back of my mind, I have a terrible feeling that we're heading into trouble.
Heavy fighting has broken out in Laos again today after 3 days of long...
4 cameramen are reported missing in Laos tonight, and it's believed that they were killed in a helicopter crash.
One of the journalists killed covering Lam Son 719 is a friend of UPI correspondent Joe Galloway. Galloway was last in Vietnam during the Ya Drang Valley battles almost 6 years earlier. His boss now requests he return to take the place of his friend. Galloway arrives during the second week of Lam Son 719 and finds the military situation even grimmer than he expected. Nearly 60,000 NVA are massing to launch vicious assaults against the 12,000 South Vietnamese. The armored column is stopped only halfway to Chapone. Finally, during the third week of fighting, a quick decision is made to break west and establish 3 landing zones known as Lolo, Liz, and Sophia. With the armored column still bogged down on Highway 9, ARVN and U.S. commanders plan to helicopter approximately 1,600 ARVN ground troops into these LZs in the hopes that they can jumpstart the advance to Chapone.
Loyal 1-2, can you pick up auction going into the LZ?
Get that altitude.
Yep.
Major Bob Kluel and his company are among the 30 choppers selected for the missions at LZ Lolo.
And Chalk 6 is taking fire.
Witch Doctor 05, this is Boat 6, sing your location.
Jesus, man, what the hell is going on out there? Over the radios, we can hear the choppers ahead of us. They're taking heavy fire from all over the LZ.
4-6, 29er is the lead. Our lead aircraft was hit. Chalk 2, take over the flight. I'm going down to look for Witch Doctor 5. I saw one aircraft explode and I saw the other one.
I look down, and it's like the terrain is moving beneath us. There must be several hundred enemy soldiers, heavily
camouflaged, all moving together like a carpet, you know. And then as we got close to the landing zone, began as a mass to shoot at the helicopter.
Within minutes, 2 of my choppers are shot down. Over the radio, I can hear our pilots calling for rescue, but nobody can get down to get them.
Kluel and the remaining choppers are determined to rescue the 8 downed Americans from their company. For over an hour, they circle the LZ. But with their fuel and ammunition nearly depleted, they are finally forced to head back to the base at Khe
I
Sanh.
have no contact with my leadership at the present time.
When we get to Khe Sanh, everyone's exhausted. But there's no way I'm going to leave our guys out there. So I gather everyone together,
So I
and
asked
I
the
ask
guys,
the guys, I say,
I
look,
said, "No, look," I said,
you know guys are
guys are still alive out there, and so we're going to go back out and get our guys, make an effort. You don't have to come with us, but I'd like to see a show of hands of those that do want to come with us. And sure enough, everybody raised their hand.